Hi everybody, this is Russ Colquhoun from Wetsuit Survival, and today I'm standing here in front of Fort Pulaski in Georgia. And it was when it was built, it was thought to be impenetrable, invincible, huge fort, state of the art at the time. When the Civil War kicked off, the Union troops attacked it using 36 guns. Inside the fort were 48 guns. You would think right there, those numbers alone, 48 against 36, is going to be a win situation for the guys inside. They had 40,000 pounds of gunpowder. They had 200,000 gallons of water in their cistern. They were told that there was no gun in the world that could reach from across the channel and hit this fort and with enough force to knock down the walls. Well, 30 hours later, this fort surrendered. The federal forces had 30-pound Parrott guns, which were rifled guns at the time, technology that was really unknown to the guys inside, and it breached the walls in 30 hours, and the colonel in charge surrendered. So what does that have to do with survival? Well, I hear of a lot of guys that talk to me about it, or I see it on the internet, on forums, about the futility of bugging out. Well, where would I bug out to, and what's the use of bugging out? I'm not saying bugging out is always the answer, because that can be silly sometimes. But what they do is they tend to hold very, very tightly onto the idea that they're never going to have to bug out, that they're going to bug in. They're going to stay in their homestead because that's where their generator is, and that's where their water and their food and their whoopee and their MREs and their Skittles and everything else are in there, and all their guns. We got to have all their guns. So they're going to defend the homestead. And sometimes they'll cloak that in honor, like I'm not going to give up my home. Okay, I get that, and that's fine. Die for your homestead, die for your land, die for your place. That's fine. They're not going to burn me out of my place. I get that. But a lot of people, like, they talk that way about their apartment or place that they're renting, or just they get it all twisted up in their head that that's how they're going to do it. They only have one plan, so they spend 20 years slavishly devoted to that plan, that they're just going to bug in, not bug out, and they don't do anything else. Now, a lot of time I hear there's some guys that aren't in any kind of physical shape or economic shape or any kind of mindset shape to bug out. So they keep on that track for years and years and years, building up all their supplies and all their gear and all their cool stuff, and so it feeds on itself that they're going to survive that way. All right, well, these guys didn't think they were going to, get burned out of their fort. As far as survival, you got to have another plan. You got to have a backup plan to bugging in. So survivalists have to get it in their head that they've got to have another plan as far as being able to walk away from everything that they thought they would be able to rely on. Because someday someone with bigger guns, more guys, better technology, better tactics could come along and upset your happy little survival colony and burn your shit out. So you got to be able to be in good enough shape and have tough enough mindset and have backup plans and backup plans to those backup plans to be able to strap your shit on your back and move out the door double time and never ever look back again. I guess that's my message for today. It's a mindset issue, like so many other things in surviving, is don't be dogmatic to one plan. Have a plan, but don't be a slave to it. If your plan's got to change, man, change them and be ready to change fast. And train that, practice it, work out the kinks. So by all means, if your primary way of surviving is bugging in because you got kind of a sweet spot, a sweet setup, go for it. But man, have a backup plan to be able to throw shit in the back of a vehicle or strap it to your back and move out, and then shed a tear for all your lost stuff in your homestead, but never look back. Don't go back. Don't worry about it. Rebuild. Survive to fight another day, instead of, dying fighting for your generator. Anyway, I'm Russ Colquhoun for Wetsuit Survival. Thanks.